It is the end of an era. Queen Elizabeth II passed away last evening. She was the longest reigning monarch in British history, a constant in British life for 70 years. A head of state who witnessed the rise and fall of 15 British prime ministers and 14 US presidents. Queen Elizabeth II witnessed some of the most defining moments in world history. The Suez Crisis, the Cold War, the first manned landing on the moon, the birth of the internet, the attack on the World Trade Centers, and the many global conflicts, from Falklands to Afghanistan and now Ukraine. She saw it all. There are millions in the UK who have not lived in a world without Queen Elizabeth. For them, she was the only sovereign they knew. The entire country is in mourning. The United Kingdom has come to a grinding halt. Multiple allies of the UK as well are mourning the Queen's demise. Let's bring you up to speed with the latest. Queen Elizabeth II passed away last night. She died at Balmoral, the Scottish estate of the British royal family. She had spent much of her summer there, but last evening there were sudden developments. The Queen's doctor spoke out. They were concerned about her health and recommended that she remain under medical supervision. Senior royals started gathering at Balmoral, and within a few hours, the palace made the announcement. Queen Elizabeth was no more. The UK's new Prime Minister, Liz Truss, was the first to pay tributes.
The death of Her Majesty the Queen is a huge shock to the nation and to the world. Queen Elizabeth II was the rock on which modern Britain was built. Today the crown passes, as it has done for more than 1,000 years, to our new monarch, our new head of state, His Majesty King Charles III. With the King's family, we mourn the loss of his mother, and as we mourn, we must come together as a people to support him, to help him bear the awesome responsibility that he now carries for us all.
Since then, the UK, along with British allies, are observing a period of mourning. Flags are flying at half-mast. Mourners remain gathered outside the Buckingham Palace. People have been leaving flowers outside other royal palaces and churches too. Thousands of church bells were rung out across the country in the memory of the Queen. Like I said before, the entire UK has come to a standstill. The Bank of England has decided to postpone a key meeting to review the UK's monetary policy. The UK's trade unions, postal workers, rail staff were supposed to go on a strike, and they have decided to call off their plans as a mark of respect for the Queen. The British Parliament was called into session. The MPs paid their tributes. Tributes have also been pouring in from around the world. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi sent his condolences too. He called Queen Elizabeth a stalwart of our times. He said, and I'm quoting, "Queen Elizabeth provided inspiring leadership to her nation and people and personified dignity and decency in public life." For the entire day today, the focus has been on King Charles. He immediately inherited the throne from his mother. King Charles spent the night at Balmoral. He was at the Queen's bedside in the final moments alongside his sister, Princess Anne. King Charles issued a statement too. He said his mother's death was a moment of greatest sadness for him and all members of the family. After his return to London today, King Charles went to the Buckingham Palace. He met with several people who had gathered outside.
I think they've got their safety got me out. God bless you, Charles. God bless you. God bless you, Mum. You've got big shoes to fill, and I know you'll do.
King Charles will deliver his first address to the nation later tonight. He met with the British Prime Minister Liz Truss a short while back. There was a royal gun salute too. 96 rounds were fired, one for each year of the Queen's life. So what happens next? There will be a state funeral for Queen Elizabeth soon. It will happen at the Westminster Abbey in London. She will be laid to rest at St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle. That's where her husband, Prince Philip, was buried last year when he passed away. King Charles's accession to the throne will be officially proclaimed tomorrow. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.